Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Mindcrack server. We're back in this cave still. I went up and grabbed some food. I dropped some things off in between recordings. But yeah, let's get back in this cave. I just got back down here. I don't know. I know that there was dark left in here, but I don't remember where. Not sure where we're at. But yeah, you guys seem to like me. There was no hate so far in the last episode. But you guys did talk about just do what you want to do, and that's what I plan on doing. So I think I'm gonna tell you this today. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story about my first day at college, because I feel like it's an interesting story that took place. You know, college is a very different experience from most of your life. You kind of go to the same high school for the most part. I didn't, but most people kind of stay in the same general vicinity and aren't really exposed to a lot of the world. So college is it's a different experience, very different experience. There's no way around it. It's a different experience. So, you know, going to college, I wasn't a very social person, so I felt like college was a way that I could change, right? He was very angry that I pushed him into a web, but I felt like I needed to change something, so I'm just like, you know, I want to be more social. I want to be more involved in activities. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do some, get out of my comfort zone. I mean, that's what you're always told when you go to college. So you want to get out of your comfort zone. You want to meet new people, and meet new people. You do. It's the people you meet. Good people, great people. I mean, all of my college friends, I feel like I'm gonna be friends with for a while. But that first night, not knowing anybody, it's kind of like how do you want to go about this? Because you could, I mean, the thing is with college is there's a lot of activities that go on in the first night. A lot of them are like people wouldn't normally do. Like it's like that's kind of lame. It's you get these like not necessarily dances. But you get like these weird social gatherings that happen that take place, and they're very awkward and forced, but at least then, like, it's forced, right? You like these conversations are forced, and you kind of get to meet people. You get out of your comfort zone, and there's such a wide variety of people. Like you don't have to you don't have like the same like 100 people that you go to school with every day. There's like 10,000 people here, right? I think our school didn't have that many, but there's a lot of people, right? So you get you get to meet people of your same viewpoints, right? You get the your gamer groups. You get to stay like you're not the outcast, right? Everybody has a place. And so it was great. So the first day, before going to college, we had there was like a Facebook group chat kind of thing that all these new freshmen going to school can like meet people that are also going to the same school. And so I met a group of like about 5 or 6 people. Like even like during May, it was way before Goo just left, so it kind of threw me off. But you get to meet people, and you just like so that you know somebody going into it, right? Like you don't want to like completely be thrown into it without knowing somebody that you can kind of like stick with the first week. And most of those people I don't know. I didn't even meet half those people. But one of those people, I met her on the group chat. Actually, there's 2 people from that group chat. One of them ended up on the same floor as me in the dorm room that I stayed in. And like the first day, I'm just like, he had told me his room number, and I'm just like, I'm gonna meet. Like I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna meet you just so that I have somebody to talk to. And so I introduced myself, and we all got along and stuff, and he talked about meeting up with one of the other people in the group chat that I completely forgot about, and I'm just like, where do they live? And they also lived on the same, in the same dorm, so we didn't have to go anywhere. So we just went downstairs and met up with her, and we met her roommate, and so it ended up being like, oh, and then there was this one random kid that ended up being my best friend, and he still is, but, he had ended up, we were at like a CA meeting, like, I don't know if this cave ended. No, there was more to this cave. Where was that at? Is it this way? I don't remember anything. Maybe it went down this way. Looks dark. Yeah, this is the place. That man fell in lava. Poor guy. They're very hurt. I wonder if I just dig up to them or something. It's probably my best bet, actually. Because I know that it was a huge cave, right? There was a huge cave that I wanted to go into. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, right down there. That's where I came up at. I dug up. Okay. But anyway, his name's Matt. Matt, met Matt on the first day, but not in a very expected way. He, so we were in a CA meeting. We were all in the hall. Like we kind of had like this weird. We had like a lobby area, but it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was in a weird spot. So like the bathrooms were right next to where we were at, and we were like, there was probably about 30 of us in this little tiny room. And Matt came out of the bathroom. He was taking a shower, and he got out of the bathroom, and he was in a towel. And about 30 guys were just standing around, just like talking about like the rules and stuff, and what to expect for college and getting to know people. And he had no idea that this meeting was going to happen. So within the time that he went to the shower to coming out, we had all gathered around, and we were all listening to the CA talk. And Matt comes out of the shower with a towel on, and he just looks around. He's just like, "Was there a meeting?" He's just like, "Yeah." He's just like, let me change real quick." And so he had gotten changed, and he came out. It's like later that night, we're just like we. It was so funny that we asked him if he wanted to come along. So he and Matt and Eric and we all went down there, and so we. We didn't know who these people were. We kind of just like, hey, is this, Eric had brought with him, ooh, diamonds. All right, cool. Good stuff. But yeah, we went downstairs. We met these people and her roommate. And I mean, it turned out, I mean, it wasn't like it was awkward. I feel like we got along really good, and like, honestly, like, I mean, that group right there, those, how many is that? The 5 of us? The 5 or 6 of us that were there, like, we're still friends to this day. It's crazy that, like, the very first day you meet people that are just, like, so alike, and I don't know. I had a really easy time getting into college. College was great. Like, that first day, I'm just like, if this is what every day at college is like, then I'm gonna be alright. But, here, so in college, there's lots of party people. People like to party in college. If you didn't already know that, but yeah. So we ended up like passing out there. Like we didn't plan on it, but we just like we were kind of tired, and we didn't want to be like not alone, but we didn't want to be like in our dorm rooms by ourselves. Was that the end of that? Oh, there's more over here. No, there's not more to this. Alright, sounds good. Oh, yeah, there's more over there. And so, we kind of all just like passed out. It was like 1 a.m. at that point, so we're just like, we don't really want to walk back to our dorms or whatever. So we kind of just made ourselves a home inside this very, very tiny like dorm room. The dorm rooms in this dorm were very tiny. It fit 2 people, and there was like 7 of us sleeping in there at one time. And so we were very close that first night. And so as it was probably about 4 a.m. when there was a disturbance, and somebody, like, I kind of woke up to people like talking. I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it's 4 a.m. Everyone go to bed. And apparently some drunk guys thought that they were in the right room, and they were like confused. They didn't realize, they were just like, why are these people in our room? And this guy, one of the guys, there was 2 guys, and I'm sleeping on the ground, and the guy, like, came straight towards me, looks at me, gets down on a knee, sticks his finger in my face, and he's like, do I know you? He's just completely like, he's just slurring, he's just like, do I know you? It was just like the most hilarious moment, just like, no, get the fuck out of my face. This is not your room. What is happening right now? And they argued with us that this was their room, and we asked them what room they're looking for, because they were looking for a friend's room at 4 a.m. for whatever reason. And they're just like, well, it's room 3 something something or another, and all the 300. I mean, it's level. It's based on the floor level, so the 100's on the first floor, and the 300's on the 3rd floor. So it's like, dude, we're on the 1st floor. Like, did you not realize that you didn't go up any stairs? Like, in order to get to the 3rd, like, they're just like, yeah, our room's on the 3rd floor. I'm just like, well, considering that you're on the 1st floor, this is you are completely trashed. And this is me being a very small town guy with no experience in how the real world worked. I was not exposed to any drunk people in my life, so this to me was the funniest moment of like my entire life. So I'm just like, if this is like, once again, it's just like, if this is what college is for the rest of the year, like, I'm gonna be all right. And there was definitely those moments of like just drunk people. I find drunk people hilarious. Like, some people get annoyed by them, but like, I don't know. It's very hard for me. Oh, I made that word too. I just placed it down. Should I make a diamond pick? You know what? We can make a diamond pick, and if we find lava, then we can make an enchantment table. We have enough now. But yeah, it's just like, drunk people are great. Like, I love, they say the darndest things, right? There's some, like, I feel like there's like the anger drunks that kind of like piss me off. Like, I used to DD a lot, like, for my friends before I turned 21, just because like I was already up at 12 a.m. Like, I was already up till midnight anyway playing video games. So it's just like, hey, if you need a ride, like, don't hesitate to call me. So I was used to DD. They pay me in McDonald's or whatever, and the night would be great. But then there's some nights where just, like, they're angry and they're just like pissed off and they're yelling, and just, I feel like drunks always yell, but there's like a certain extent that they get overly obnoxious. But for me, my tolerance is pretty high. Like, I can tolerate a lot. But I mean, there was moments of like, I'd have a girlfriend and boyfriend in the back, and they're just like, they got like some really pity like argument stuff that I never comprehended. Yeah. So there was those moments, but I don't know. Drunk people are great. I love being around drunk people, even if I'm not drunk. Like, I can. It's so, like, to me, I'm a very not a philosophical person, but like I like observing people, and like, people in a drunk state are like, it's just like, it's the best observing you'll ever get. It's great. You get to see what they're truly like when they're drunk. But no, that was my first day of college. I had a guy at 4 a.m. point his finger in my face and ask me if I knew him, and I definitely did not know that man. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I got tons more drunk stories for the where that came from. Oh, okay, so I thought about I realized that I had a building plan, and I never said it in the last episode, but I do want to create, like, a farm type of thing. Like, I want to make tractors and stuff, and I want to, like... Because I live around tractors. I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm used to tractors. I'm not a farm guy, but I think farms are cool, because I like how spread out they are, and, like... I feel like like a barn I can make. I can make a barn. I feel like that's not too difficult. And I feel like anytime I've seen people make farms, I feel like everything's too crowded. Like, it's not spread out. Like, I've been to a farm, and they're very spread out areas. So I want to do it justice. I feel like anybody that ever makes a farm, like, condenses it, like, puts all the buildings in, like, a small little area. And that's not what a farm is. No, where did you get this idea that that's what a farm looked like? But yeah, I want to make a farm. That's my goal. Did that work? It did. Okay. I hope I have enough food. I don't think maybe I won't have enough food. Let's see here. So we're gonna do that. I saw that Doll had made a tag, something to do with tag. I think it's like a bounty system where you gotta kill some. I think I saw something like you gotta use a crossbow and you gotta tag them, and you only get one arrow. So if you miss, you gotta wait like a 24-hour span or something like that. It sounds interesting. I haven't seen all, like, I just, like, obviously Good was just on earlier, but there's not, like, a lot of people on the server at the moment. So I'm hoping maybe that'll turn it around. Maybe people will start coming around and doing the bounties. I might go over to spawn and check that out later. I do want to get through this cave, though. I feel like we're making good progress. We have a lot of junk in our inventory, but we got diamonds, so I'll have to come through here and grab all the coal and stuff that I've missed. I just like lighting everything up first and then going back through. I do want to make a storage system right off the bat here. Nothing fancy, just a bunch of chests probably. There won't be much designing for the most part for the first, like, few episodes. Everything is going to be very chaotic and not... I don't think anything is going to be permanent. I feel like everything's going to have some changes to it. We got some lava here, so that's perfect. I might... Oh, there's more diamonds over there. I want to find some water. And then grab it. Which area? Where did I come from? I think I came from this way. Yeah. Is there any water this way? I definitely did not come from that way. I came from, like... Oh, I didn't come from any of those ways. Did I come from up? Is there an up? Oh, yeah. Must have dropped down from there. I'm gonna lose that area. But I do want water. I hear water. I think it's down. It sounds down. There it is. Oh, right there. Alright, I'm gonna cook up some iron. Make a bucket, get some water, get enchantments going. I've been growing the reeds, so I'll have plenty of reeds. I gotta find cows to breed, because there's definitely not enough cows for me to make a full enchantment table. Let's see. What got me into... Well, I guess I should start with what got me into Good. So obviously some of you might not, obviously don't know me, so I want to, like... Oh, wait, that's not what I want. It's a good thing I didn't make it. What was I making? Oh, bucket. So I found Good about 7 or 8 years ago. It was I was freshman year of high school. We had, like, our school was, like, lucky enough to have everybody get laptops, and so obviously, like, some of my friends were a bunch of, like, not, I wouldn't, like, at the time I'd call them hackers, because I was just like, oh man, this is so cool, because I'm only a freshman, and I don't know much about the world, so this seems really cool. That, but anyway, my friends were able to, like, find a hacked version, a cracked version of Minecraft, and put it on all of our computers for free or whatever. And I didn't know what Minecraft was. They showed me, and I'm just like, this is, like, I wasn't as interested as they were of Minecraft. I thought it was cool. It was a cool game. But what really intrigued me was, like, I think I saw, like, a video of, like, a CTM or something. It was a like a capture the flag or something. It was a server that used capture the flag. And I'm just like, see, that's cool. You can use PvP and stuff. That's cool. And so that night, I went home, and I just decided to, like, search up some PvP Minecraft, because like, those videos actually interested me. Like, the game itself is like, it's cool, but PvP, that's great. And the first video that popped up was Race for the Wool, and it was Good and I think B-double-O. And I think the opening of it was him laughing, and I was just like, okay, that's the best laugh I've ever heard, right? And so, as we all do when we first hear Good's laugh. And then what really got me interested was, I didn't realize how old he was until he said that he had a wife, and I'm like, wait. This man who is playing Minecraft, a child's game, has a wife? Excuse me? And then I subscribed, and I went back and I rewatched all of his episodes in the span of, like, a week, probably. I think I was, well, maybe not a week, maybe like 2 weeks. And that's how I found Good. That's my story. And I don't know, I think that I don't know what really resonated me with it. Resonated. Like, it was fun. It was like, it was the first time that I actually, like, laughed at a video, because before this I'd never watched any YouTube videos in my life, and so it's just like, I'm laughing at these videos, and I'm laughing pretty hard. So it's just like, obviously, like, it was a different experience. I was more of a book kind of guy. I didn't play video games at all. Even at this time, I really didn't, like... Is there gravel above there? No. Like, I think the most I ever played was, like, Halo up at that point. Like, I was probably, like, the only kid in the world that wasn't playing video games. So... Get rid of all this stuff. I have so much junk. Why is that not even stats? Oh, God. Anything else I can get rid of? Not really. I just picked it all up. But yeah, I wasn't, like, I really didn't play a whole lot of video games. Like, I had, like, the Wii and stuff, but, like, I was a nerd. I read books. I did my homework. I kind of sat around and watched TV for most of my life. But the second I found, like, Halo, I'm just like, I need this game in my life. And like, Halo 3 was the thing that, like, it made me go get... Like, at this point, Halo had already been out for, like, 7 years or something. Halo 3 had been out for like 7 years at this point. But it just, like, it really intrigued me. I'm just like, I kind of want... I want an Xbox just to play this game. And that's what I did. I got an Xbox and I played Halo. Halo 3. Let's see here. Does this go on? No. Oh yeah, I want to go grab these diamonds. I'm not a big redstone guy. This kind of like just popped in my mind. I'm not a big redstone guy. I don't know any, like, I know I used to know like how to make like a 3x3 piston door or something. Only, well, not know. I could easily follow a tutorial. There you go. I can follow a tutorial, guys. But I wouldn't be able to tell you like how to make it off the top of my head or something like that. But I do want to do a lot with redstone. I want to build these crazy things with redstone. I just want to learn how to use it while I'm here, while I'm doing stuff. I feel like that's something that could take up about 20 episodes just building one thing, because I don't know anything about redstone. You guys can all yell at me about how I'm making things wrong. And I feel like I don't want to, because like I've seen like during the tour, like the Good tour, like I saw all the things that like Fedrin had made and stuff, and like how it's all automated, and I don't want to go off tutorials. I want to make my own things, and I want to try things, but I think I'm gonna, like, if I am using redstone, I want to learn it, but I want to use like the basic knowledge and then try and make things out of it. Learn the basics of it. Oh my goodness, guys. Learn the basics and then use that knowledge to build things. Wow. You just shot him in the back. I think what I want to do with some of these, like, as a like, not necessarily as a podcast, but like as a, I want to talk about my ideas, right? I'm a very thought-provoking, like, I like thought-provoking ideas, and I kind of want to, like, use this as, like, a platform to get my thoughts out there, because, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but at night, I like to talk to myself, and I like to talk through ideas that, like, just pop into my brain randomly, and just, like, well, what would happen if this had happened, or how do I feel about this in the world? Melon seeds, I need those. But I feel like I can use that here. I can talk to myself, and I can kind of get my thoughts out there. I don't know. That seems fun. I'll have to think of topics. Like, one of the topics I like to think about a lot is, like, I feel like this is getting too, like, iffy on subjects, but, like, I don't think it's that iffy. Like, it's not, like, politics or anything, but it's, like, so, like, with giving tips and stuff, like, I give tips all the time. Like, I'm not shy about giving a 20% tip or whatever, even though I was a broke college student. I felt like they deserved it. But then something came up. This idea popped in my head about a year ago. Is like, when somebody's having a bad day, like if you know, like, the waiter's just having a terrible day, and they get your order wrong or something, like, I would still tip them, because it's just like, okay, I know that you're having a bad day, here's your tip. But then it occurred to me, I'm just like, well, if I'm tipping mediocrity, does that mean that they just become like accustomed to getting the tip, and then therefore they don't work hard to get the tip next time, because they know, well, if I just pretend like, or just like, if I act like I'm having a bad day, then they'll just tip me either way. So And I don't think that's how it works at all, but it's just like one of those ideas that pop into my mind of like you're tipping mediocrity and it becomes a whole thing where the whole system kind of becomes flawed because you are tipping mediocrity. It's kind of like how capitalism works. Like if you buy shitty products, then no one's gonna make better products for half the price or whatever, right? Like Apple. I mean, I have my qualms with Apple, but things of that nature, just like those kind of topics. I don't know. I'll try to think of some topics. I also want to do book review, or not book reviews. I am doing a book review thing with PG though. That's coming in the near future. There's some more diamonds, so let's grab this and I'll end the episode. But I want to recommend books. I think I read a lot. Obviously, I've said that. But I feel like giving some tip. If you guys like reading, I can point you in some books that I enjoy. My all-time favorite. So today I'll give my first one. This is my first book recommendation. Is it's called The Enemy by Charlie Higson, and I've read a lot of books. And that is one of my favorite books. Like I haven't had the chance to go back and reread it because I don't want to like ruin the how it all happened, because like the whole series is just great. So basically, it's a zombie apocalypse book, and all these children under the age of everybody over the age of 14 gets turned into zombies. And these kids, 14 and under, like not all of them are 14. There's like 7-year-olds that are being chased by grown adults that are trying to eat their brains. Like it's just traumatizing, right? It's like I love that idea. It's just like it's a great idea, right? It's terrible for those kids, but it's an interesting it's an interesting idea. But anyway, these kids live on their own, and like the whole series basically takes place in London, and there's like 7 groups, and there's 7 books. There's like 5 groups actually, but like there's 7 books. In each of the first like 3 books talks about a completely different story. Like like the first book is about one group, and then you get done with it, and then like you're talking about a completely different group the next book, and then all of a sudden like things start to click. Like you see like somebody comes across one of the characters from the first book, and you don't realize it until they're talking to him for like 3 chapters, and then they finally say their name. It's like, oh shit, this guy's from the first book. And it's just those moments happen like so many times in the book series, and then by the time that you get to like the 6th book, all these dots are connected, and you finally start to understand the whole story. And like you see, there's like one of the characters is like a kind of like the eagle eye. Like he knows all of the groups right off the bat, right? Like he's met so many people that he has all these connections, and he's kind of like a narrator almost. And he kind of tells the story of like how he's observing all these different groups, and he's like basically a merchant where he's running around to these different groups and like getting all this information and bringing it back to other people. But the series is just great because everything comes together at the final, like in the one final like moment in the 7th book, and plot twists that have been leading up since the 2nd book that you don't see coming. But like if you go back to the 2nd book, there are literally signs all over about what happens in the 7th book. So it's just like, I don't know. The Enemy by Charlie Higson. That is my recommendation. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Like, comment about, I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm gonna be continuing this cave, maybe. I might finish it off camera. But we'll go to spawn. We'll do the tag thing. We'll see what tag thing is all about, and then we'll get started on our farm. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.